All right, thank you for joining us this afternoon on this 100th anniversary of the end of World War I, the treaty and the peace which gave Veterans Day its original name, Armistice Day, a war that was so awful that many thought it would be the war to end all wars. In the 100 years since that day, not only did it fail to end all wars, but thousands of other wars have raged around the world, and indeed, on this very day, wars are being fought around the world, including several in which United States soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines are being placed in harm's way. So we gather here today to honor those who have served and to pray for peace. To start us off, our color guard will be the VFW Post 11-490.
Color guard, present. Port arms. Forward, up. Detail, hook. Fire arm. Present arm.
The national anthem will be sung by the Hopkinton High School Chorus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Order, arm.
Thank you.
Free breath.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
We celebrate veterans for this day with joy and gratefulness for their service and sacrifices. We still are compelled to observe a moment of silence, toll the bells and sound the taps. We pause to remember the incredible cost paid by those who gave their all to help preserve the freedoms we enjoy. Those gallant individuals who fought and died for our country. Yet, it is in remembering our fallen comrades that we are reminded of those whose fate is still unknown, those still listed as missing in action and prisoners of war. More than 73,500 Americans are still unaccounted for from World War II, 7,874 from the Korean War, 126 from the Cold War, 1,639 from the Vietnam War, and 6 from the Gulf War and other recent conflicts. These courageous Americans who dedicated their lives to preserving and protecting our freedom will never be forgotten. Those who have served and those currently serving in the uniformed services of the United States are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, There are others who have endured and may still be enduring the agonies of pain, deprivation, and internment.
We're now joined by retired United States Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel Jason Lang for a reading of Old Glory.
Good evening. I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically over great institutions of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is held a little higher. My colors are a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshiped. I am saluted. I am respected. I am revered. I am loved. I am feared. For more than 200 years, I have fought in every battle of every war. Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, the jungles of Guam, Okinawa, Tarawa, Korea, Vietnam, and in the heat of the Persian Gulf, and a score of other places long forgotten by all but those who were there with me. I was there. I led my soldiers, sailors, and Marines. I followed them. I watch over them. They love me. I was on a small hill on Iwo Jima. I was dirty, battle-torn, and tired, but my sailors and Marines cheered me. I was proud. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries that I have helped set free. It does not hurt, for I am invincible. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of my own country. And when it is done by those whom with I have served in battle, it hurts. But I shall overcome, for I am strong. I have slipped the surly bonds of earth, and from my vantage point on the moon, I stand watch over the new frontiers of space. I have been the silent witness to all of America's finest hours. But my finest hour comes when I am torn into strips to be used as bandages for my wounded comrades on the field of battle. When I fly half-staff to honor my sailors and soldiers, and when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving mother at the graveside of her fallen son or daughter, I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Long may I wave. Dear God, long may I wave.
Order. Arm. Very good.
Thank you. That was Hopkinton High School student Georgia Westbrook playing tap. We will now be joined by...
What I want to talk about was, I have family members, just like these brave men, who have raised me to respect and honor the people who serve and fight for this country. And so I had an uncle who served 31 years, retired as a colonel in the Army. my grandfather fought in Vietnam, and my dad was a Marine, and all these three men have raised me to realize the significance of a day as Veterans Day and why we really need to honor these brave men. And so I was fortunate enough to, so my freshman year I went to Washington, D.C., and I was fortunate to lay a wreath at Arlington at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And for me, that was such an honor, knowing that I am one of the few kids who can lay a wreath at a place with this much significance, and to honor the brave men who have fought and served and even not been able to come home and experience a day like this. But the laying of the wreath, just, that's something that, you know, I feel like really showed my respect to veterans and the impact they have on us. And so thank you for your service, guys, and thank you, Hopkinton, for coming out and supporting these men. And just remember this evening.
Dona nobis pacem, pacem. Dona nobis 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 pacem, pacem. Dona nobis 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 pacem.
Can't hurt to have a seat sitting here.
At this point, I heard this all like
You know it's not attached from all the pouring and the cold beer.
my hands are
Your hands are numb too.
You probably will harp on that. Thank you.
Do you want hot chocolate?
Alexandria's nice.
Great.
Like,
Yeah, it is hard to
town.
drink. Look at that coming out of my nose.
Yeah.